Maybe a good time to revisit that moment of awakening was that last video kind of rekindled some um, moment of awakening in front of the mirror. You see? Because the awakening in front of the mirror is a realization that something inside, before you visit the mirror, installs some doubt. And this doubt is a seed of ego. So even ego has a good reason to be here. The doubt is due to this ego that wants to improve and conceptualize and idealize a better life. Which in every aspect fails without physical attempt, because it's the mind that wants to improve, and it's the mind that makes decisions before it even makes an attempt to fail. This is ego. So this ego is born for you to self-realize, because ego is known as two things. It's known as a very selfish way of looking at your own world and ignoring other worlds in the human way, but it's also a need to look at your true self and see that you're alone in this world, that you are completely alone. Your body and mind is not alone. Oh, got a sneeze. Hey, but that what you truly are is self. It's alone. It's the same. We're all the same consciousness, just appearing in different uniforms. So at some point, ego is so irritating, so annoying, so depressing, so stressing, so not doing what it's supposed to do. You begin to question yourself. And when you question yourself, it is in comparison to other beings. Why can't I do it and they are able to do it? So there's a dualistic way. But the awakening in front of the mirror is not dualistic, meaning two different bodies. It's you and you, I and I. So you have created doubt that you're not this body, that there's something, not that you're not this body, that there's something not right with you. And you're angry with yourself. And ego is angry with itself because it has not succeeded in what it wants to do, even though it has not even tried yet. It has not even taken the body into a physical secondary movement. I have an idea, it's great. Yeah? What happens then? You make this idea real. You use your body to physically make this idea. But when ego says, I have an idea, and then before it's even attempted, it's going to fail. You're punishing your ego is punishing itself. Ego is saying, no, I'm not making any consideration to the body. I'm not even giving the body a choice whether it is able to do it or not. I'm thinking good and replacing it with thinking bad. Good, bad, good, bad. This is torture for your body because your body is sitting there dormant. So in the front of the mirror, this awakening in front of the mirror, you say, I'm sick of this. Who the hell are you? What are you doing to me? What's going on? There's doubt. And you begin to question yourself in front of the mirror. And this questioning leads to this almighty shock through the word I. When you actually directly question and say, no, I'm not moving here until you disclose yourself. Nothing may happen for months. But when you say, I'm not waiting any longer, who the hell am I? Who are you? Who am I? Who are you? Same person, same thing. Why? What's going on? Is this mental delusion? And then something happens, this shock. Because ego is so angry with what it is not getting. It wants an answer. And the answer's not coming. So it destroys itself in this moment. I surrender. I give up. I gives up. No, I'm not advocating this because every being, Eckhart Tolle may have had some similar experience with this who am I. But it's different for everyone. It's completely different for everyone. But before that, all through my life, all through this body, all through the mind, it says, I don't recognize who I am. You participate like normal. You go to school, you do all these things. You think, there's something not right about me. And you're always making comparisons about me to someone else. And you'll never discover your truth if you're making comparisons about you with someone else, because you are absolutely unique. One thing you learn is there is no chance of you learning anything from anyone else. Truthfully, you'll learn minuscule things in a human world about how to ride a bike or whatever, and how to operate on people through training and whatever. You'll learn all these things, but you'll not learn absolute incredible truths about yourself through another being. You only learn about it through. So this dual meeting with you and this other person is going to keep you suffering. But it will question, it will help you raise doubt. And when this doubt it comes to a point and you say, right, enough of this, I'm not looking at this world anymore. I'm asking you, the one in the mirror, myself, what the hell's going on? Who am I? What's going on? I want an answer. So the only point of this is to say, is there some lingering doubt that you don't truly know yourself, that you don't truly understand yourself, that you don't feel as if you're experiencing your full self, your total self? You don't have to go in front of the mirror and stand there for days looking and questioning. You can meditate, you can do it with your eyes shut. But the fact is, you're inquiring yourself. You're inquiring to find things about yourself. When you think there's a God that's going to give you an answer, you're inquiring outwards. Unless you believe, or you have not believe, you have some sort of inclination that this God is within you. Everything that is inquired in this existence is done within. And everything that is projected out into this world is projected from within. You are the main access to the world that you exist in, your whole world. You have no power or say over another human being. You cannot even help another human being. You have no comparisons to make between you and another human being. This is the whole misinterpretation, that to come together we have to be the same as each other, like robots. Is that what we really want? One controller, all walking in the same direction, all moving our right hand at the same time, all moving our left hand at the same time. How can we give birth? Where is that meeting when we're all moving in the same direction? How can you meet another and reflect yourself as two individuals, unique individuals, two unique bodies, two unique minds, knowing that the ones inside are not two unique things? We are one whole self, one whole being. But you'll not gain anything from knowing that we're one whole being in this life. But what you can gain is, I really have to go with my gut. I really have to go with my instinct about myself, not about how I'm going to live the life where I'm going to go, how I can control my partner, how I can help my partner, how I can give and how I can take, all these egoistic additional apps that we've added onto ourselves. How can I just be myself? You cannot be yourself till you know yourself. You cannot know yourself till you fully remove the doubt that you are not fully engaging or not fully present as your total whole self. Encouragement is to inquire. You have the answers. You're raising the questions. The head will give you billions and billions of prehistoric answers, futuristic answers, answers from all other beings that have conditioned and given you information and read in books and poems and dictionaries and words and images and beliefs and hopes that this is all there is. There's only you. What are you questioning yourself in front of the mirror for? You're just a human. Get on with it. And it's okay. There are people who don't want to know this. They don't want anything else from this world. They want to go through the life just being a person. They want to be fully engaged with the human ego mind and simply exist as their parents, their grandparents. They want their children to exist in the same way, and that's perfectly okay, but because it's a time-based world we live in, so it appears as if we're all awakening at different times, but we're not. We have created this consciousness has created this idea that when it exploded within itself, that everything would be seen at the same moment. Everything is seen as the same moment, but everything is seen in different time moments. It's like Alan Watts describes about the bottle of ink is thrown, the bottle of ink is thrown against the wall. It happened at one bang, one moment, but each particle of ink travelled down in different directions, dried at different times. Some bounced outwards, some completely dissolved in the atmosphere, some went right down to the bottom, some dried 2 days after the first one. There's a splatter of ink, right, that happened through a sequence of what we know as time and conditions and all that stuff that affected that ink as it made its way to wherever it's going to make its way. But the fact is, it was one bang, one ink. Everything happened at the same moment. So are you the moving trickle of ink? Or are you in the bottle of ink together as one before it explodes? Because awakening in front of the mirror is the explosion reverse. So the ink is crawling back into the bottle. Everything in awakening is a reverse procedure. I feel separate, I feel individual, I feel as if I'm disconnected. So who the hell am I really? And everything is transferred back into that bottle of ink, which we call consciousness, our love, our life, our God, our self. But it's your awakening. It's your life. It's your existence. Everything is here for you. When you take away the ideas and the concepts that I'm just a time-based body alone, yes, the body is appearing as if it's beginning and ending. But aside from that, is that all you are? Is that all you're here to discover? Is that all that this is? When you discover yourself, you'll realize that everything is perfectly as it is. And you will always be here to experience it in whatever way one is revealed as the consciousness that one is.